The song this week is "Trying to Forget You." Did you guys listen to that at all?
I have.
I don't want to break with tradition. No, I have listened to that recently.
Did you really?
Not today, but
Like
recently.
This year.
Yeah, I mean,
We're in February now.
Within the last few weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah, we are in February, aren't we?
Okay.
Pretty cool.
So Trying to Forget You. I know this song that it's another one of those songs that we kind of already had before we got with Chris. And it's kind of weird because that song, along with Weight of the World, those were basically written at the same time. I don't know if you remember much about writing that song, Ben, or not, but
a little bit. I remember sitting in a hotel room, I think, and playing, sitting on the hotel room beds, playing guitar, playing it anyway. I don't know if that was writing it or what. I'm sure it was some part of writing it.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that.
So you said the inspiration of this song was a guy was it a divorce or a breakup or what?
Yeah, a friend of mine that he was engaged to this girl, and I guess they had been together for a while, and then of course she cheated on him. So
because I will say, when we were working on these songs, you got this is one of the original three. I was constantly getting this and Weight of the World confused together.
Yeah, I could see that. They were written at the same time and not the same key, but very similar.
Yeah, I was like, well, like in like just like the movement, like the chords, the way things progress.
Yeah.
I would get confused, but then once I learned how learn the songs, I really like Trying to Forget You. I love the bass part and how the bass is really prominent throughout the song. I always thought that was pretty awesome.
It was stressful for me playing it live because it was the only song that I actually started. So I had to know everybody was ready and everybody could hear me, and I'd start it and then they would start talking or something.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that when I was listening to it. If when you listen, it's everybody's got their own take of kind of how they feel when they hear some of those songs, and I thought, I wonder if Ben feels anxiety when he hears this song.
It didn't really to begin with, playing it to start with, because you do have the starting it, but then also when it all drops out, you got to come back in time. Very, after a while, you play the song every day for 2 years. It's very easy, but to start with, I remember stressing about that because you practice all you want to, but when you get on stage and you can't hear each other, that's a whole different thing. Yeah. And trying to be come back in on time. It was a little bit, but it, got to be where it was just nothing to it.
Yeah, this is also one of the songs that I think we talked about it last week. I can't remember his name, but the guy that was from that band, Annie, and he sang the background vocals on this song.
He did that high vocal part.
Yeah.
Which Ben had to reproduce live.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. The tallest guy in the band had to have the highest voice in the band.
Right, of course.
No, I really like the song. It's also one of my favorite songs, and but it is funny, So this song, Weight of the World, and Month of May, they were kind of that. They were all written basically at the same time. It's weird how that works. Sometimes you'll have a group of songs that are just like you just write those songs, and then you move on to, and they're all sort of in that same. They live in the same place, kind of on the guitar. It's weird how that happens sometimes.
No, I really like this one. Month of May, it's a really simple song, but that was always really fun to play live. Just the way it comes in with the, you're doing your part, and then Joel comes down the drums, and then it all just kicks in. I love playing that one too. But
so I remember this song with Joel. Let's see, how's it? Where it had where it hit the floor tom. You know what I'm talking about? That part. Yeah. We'll listen to it in a minute. But I remember. You know how when you're playing and everything is just kind of in that groove and everything is sounding good, And then you kind of look at each other, especially with Joel. You kind of look over, and sometimes we would all do it. We were all on the same page, and especially playing live is even better. But I remember during practice, playing this song and just kind of looking at Joel and doing that part, and everybody was like, "Yeah, everybody was kind of in love with the song." I remember thinking that.
Yeah.
And that goes into. It wasn't always this way, but a lot of times we had some really good times together just on stage, and we were enjoying everything, and not necessarily that it was for the crowd, but if we were having fun, they were having fun. So
that's true.
But I remember a lot of I love watching bands now, and I'll always because of Joel, I'll look at the drummer if I go to a show and just see if they're singing along to the words of the song.
Yeah.
I love when the drummer is singing the words. That means he's buying into it. You know what I mean? He's not just doing his part, but it's weird when everybody's in sync like that.
Oh, Joel would have full on had a headset and a mic and everything if we would have let him.
Yeah. I remember Joel was like the first time I ever really I would spend a lot of time playing on stage and watching the drummer, because he was a lot of fun just to watch play. Like he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a monkey.
Yeah. How he had the elbows up. Yeah.
Chewing on his tongue, his lip ring.
Yep. Oh yeah.
His like facial expressions. Like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. We were even when we first met him, and he was in Delivery Boy, and then just the idea, because we had Matt. Matt was playing drums with us, but he was going to another band called New Pop Solution, and so we were looking for a drummer. And when we even knew that Joel would be interested in playing with us, we knew immediately that. And nothing against Matt, because Matt was a bass player; he wasn't necessarily a drummer. He was kind of filling in on drums for us, but we knew just immediately that our level as a band was about to go up.
Yeah.
And then, then we had a similar thing, but in the other way, when Chris came into the band.
It's like, well, we've been here, now we're going to take a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
And I say it that way is, and a lot of people out there, they may not even understand or know. So Jeremiah's Grotto was a band before, with Chris in it, before me and Ben and Joel were in the band. And then again, we've talked about it a little bit. We met Chris at Cornerstone in, I think we said June of 2000. Yeah. And that was about it. We met him, and then we had played a couple other shows with them at different festivals and things, and exchanged numbers, because that's what you did. We didn't have cell phones necessarily then, maybe prepaid if that, but actually you would write your number down and hand it to somebody, and we kept up with each other that way. And then a few months later, I guess he knew we were changing some things, and he was changing some things with Jeremiah's Grotto, and we were looking for something different too. And it was kind of like, it was just a mutual of joining together. So in one way, you could look at it as Chris joined our band and we took the name Jeremiah's Grotto, or you could, really, however you want to look at it is what it was.
Honestly, that's the way I always describe people. I said, well, I joined through it all, and then they changed their name.
Right.
Because when you guys had said, because originally you guys were like, no, we're not going to do this. And I was like, well, it's probably because of the name. And I wanted to keep the name. And you also had another album to record under that name with Screaming Giant Records too. Yeah. So that made it, we were ready to record something else too. So
it was just a few months, after Joel. So we were still, David and I had been playing together for a while, but having Joel was new. So adding Chris, it really was like a new band forming, really.
Yeah, it was exciting.
We had a few songs
I even
already.
thought, though, at the time, I was like, maybe I just need to say, all right, can I just join whatever you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Because I thought personality wise, we all clicked, like hanging out with you guys. I was like, oh, these guys are great. Like, let's just
Oh yeah.
No, I really liked this song before we went into the studio, but definitely Matt Goldman, doing what he does, made it 10 times better. Even with just nothing against any of us with singing, but just adding a different flavor to it by having that his friend sing backup on it.
Yeah.
That song. I think it added a lot. And Matt heard that, and knew that would help. So, yeah,
I agree.
Too bad we don't know that guy's name. We could maybe that's for the best for him. He's like,
Yeah.
right. He's probably if he is listening to this podcast at all, he's probably sweating like, please don't say my name. Please don't say my name.
Right.
Tom tells me that he probably has no idea who we are, and he probably not.
Yeah, you're probably right. So if you guys are ready to listen to it, we'll play it real quick.
Good.
Also had a long intro on this song.
Yeah,
I think it, but I couldn't see it any other way though.
All right, Ben, your part's coming up. Let's hear it.
I got it. See, that sounds good. That's right. It's a simple song, but I think the fact that it's real tight. That was Joel being as tight as he was as a drummer. It worked real good.
That little accent he does every other one on the hi-hat.
This is the kind of song that Joel would break a drumstick on, and not in the fast, hard drum roll part. It'd be in the real slow, like rocking part, where he would just the rim shots are so hard, the half the stick would about hit in the head, and then without even missing a snare hit, he'd switch sticks, grab a new stick. He'd go through about 3 sets of sticks every night, and never miss a single beat. If you weren't watching him, you wouldn't notice that he missed. And he used a big tree trunk sticks too. I don't know how he was breaking them. I guess it's just the rim shots.
Yeah.
Shoot them up though.
It's funny too. This song, I remember I don't remember if anybody else had input in it or not, or if I just wrote all the words. But I don't remember. I know a lot of times me and you, Ben, we would sit down with a notebook and just kind of I would bounce things off of you or whatever sometimes. But
I don't remember if we did or not on this one.
But being in that world, not of playing. Being Christians in a band, being a Christian band, all that, the whole thing. When I remember writing this song, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm being not that I was being bad, but because to use the word hell. I mean, you know what I mean. I know it sounds silly to say that now, but what does it say? It says, "How could you put me through hell and say you meant no harm to me?" But that's not something, that I don't know. Maybe it sounds silly.
No, you're living on the edge. But maybe you're definitely on the
edge. Living on the edge. I know, right? Yeah. But I know there's people that could relate to that. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah. We still were playing a lot of places that were.
I mean, we left the F words out from the original draft.
The hard edge version of that song.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to make this radio friendly. I mean, I'm glad we did. All the radio listens we got.
I think that's probably the one song on the album that I could actually play today, just without having to relearn it.
Yeah,
that's just one
down.
It's a start, man. That's a start.
I could probably play Month of May. It's pretty simple. I mean, not that I couldn't play them. I just had to relearn them. I haven't played them. Listen to them a lot. Just haven't played them in a while. It'd be rusty.
What are you doing this weekend? we can bring you up to speed.
Check my mail.
For that new album.
I checked the mail today. I didn't see that guitar.
I told you where it's at.